Hi everyone, I know it's been a while, so I thought it would be fair to get another video out. In August, I got really sick with COVID-19. It was really bad, and I had fever, chills, and a sore throat, which lasted for almost 4 full weeks. And because of how miserable I was, I really couldn't do much for all those 4 weeks. And I had to take a break from exercising and working out, and that really sucked for me because working out is such a great outlet for me, and I always feel so good after a workout. I started working out again a couple months ago, and thankfully I didn't seem to lose too much progress. I resumed with my alternating brisk walking and running sessions and weightlifting. The break I took from weightlifting was even longer than the break I took from the treadmill, but even still, thankfully, I did not lose all my gains. Weightlifting is so crucial and vital in lowering fat composition, even as a woman, and that I definitely can make future videos about, and I actually do have some written out. A few weeks ago, I weighed myself for the first time in 6 months, and it turns out that I've lost 12 pounds since then. Now, that may not be much, but at least I'm getting somewhere. So I've lost weight, and my binge eating problem is improving, which we can say is good news. I was very good at being consistent with working out. However, like I previously explained, I had to take 3 weeks off due to illness in August. And although I'm very good at staying consistent with working out, I will admit that my diet wasn't kept in check quite as well as it should have been, which is probably why I didn't lose as much weight as I probably could have. But it's better to go in that direction than to go in the opposite direction and gain weight. I really do hope that I can maintain consistency better and lose more weight in the upcoming months. I can't believe most of the year is already over. I'm 20 years old, and I often feel like I'm not where I should be in life. I really do need to accept that some of this is beyond my control. I will mention that I am waiting on hopefully eventually getting a fibromyalgia diagnosis. I deal with a lot of its associated symptoms, primarily fatigue and chronic pain. I have discussed this with my psychiatrist already, and she agreed that I probably have it. I later brought it up to my physician, and although she acknowledged my symptoms, she ran many blood tests to ensure that metabolic disorders weren't causing my symptoms, including hypothyroid. Most of my mom's side of the family has hypothyroid, and my mom was worried if I was developing hypothyroid, and she was particularly worried if hypothyroid was causing my considerable weight gain from last year. I managed to get my physician to do all 4 thyroid tests, and they all came back normal, so I am not hypothyroid. And although most of the other metabolic disorders were ruled out, my physician still did not want to diagnose me with fibromyalgia. She said that it's pointless because fibromyalgia is treated primarily with lifestyle, and there's no formally established treatment for fibromyalgia. Although I really would have appreciated it if she were to diagnose me with fibromyalgia, just so I can honestly say that I have it and not be a self-diagnoser. I pointed out to her that receiving a diagnosis would be beneficial because then I could tell my state functional services and Social Security, as they are both strict with having formal diagnoses. And then she says that she doesn't want me carrying so many diagnoses. Like, what is that even supposed to mean? I've literally never heard a doctor say something like that before. I looked in my Aurora app to look at my after-visit summary from my last appointment with my physician, and I saw that I got a diagnosis of myalgia, which is literally fibromyalgia without the prefix fibro in front of it, as you can see here. And then when you scroll down, it lists fibromyalgia as a related condition. Additionally, I also got a diagnosis of arthralgia, which means joint pain, pretty similar to fibromyalgia again. Ironic how she doesn't want to diagnose me with fibromyalgia, but yet she'll diagnose me with every next closest thing to it. After all, myalgia and arthralgia are 2 diagnoses, and fibromyalgia is just 1 diagnosis, and fibromyalgia alone would explain the symptoms that arthralgia and myalgia together do. So she could have saved an additional diagnosis by just diagnosing me with fibromyalgia. Just thought I'd point out that fallacy. So back on my weight loss. In October, I managed to get 5 36-hour fasts. In November, I got 1 46-hour fast. Although I did 5 36-hour fasts in October, I really didn't lose much weight as I wasn't as consistent with maintaining reasonable calories on non-fasting days as I could have been, but at least I didn't gain weight. I'm still looking into getting professional cool sculpting done, and when that happens, I'll post more about it. However, I think I should probably lose a few pounds before getting into that, because I do know with cool sculpting, the more weight you lose, the better and more concentrated the results will be. Also had to leave a toxic relationship. I won't go into detail, but I'll tell you that this asshole's name was Eric, and I really feel that he was such a significant part of my life for a long time, and that's why it's been hard for me. However, it was also quite toxic, and I know that cutting him out was for the best. I really don't care to really go into any more detail other than that, but all in all, that's all I have for today. I will post about my health and other topics in the future. Bye for now.